Hola guys and girls, and welcome to the semi-finals of the Pokémon Draft World Cup. We are Germany and we are facing England once again, coached this time by none other than the Donphanatic, and we are up for revenge for our PPL match where he decimated us with his ballsy plays with his Mega Late, but this time we will have the balls and come out victorious out of this one, because we can't allow running a team around having win versus us, or versus me. No, that ain't happening. So yeah, let's go over his team of 7 he can potentially bring. First up, we got the Mew, the Tangrowth, the Vaporeon, the Mega Beedrill, Hitmonlee, Raikou, and Steelix. He does very, very well so far with Mega Beedrill. It's like, once again, like Mega Latios last time, it's such a huge threat with Mega Beedrill. It's so fast, so strong. With only 7 mons, you most likely don't have a very good check to it, and it can run through teams. Then you got a very nice defensive core with Tangrowth and Vaporeon. Very hard to break. Mew can literally do anything, so very difficult mon to prep for. Special defense is the worst thing my team could face, but it could be like extra build offensive one with like coverage up its ass, Cobra Berry probably, and stuff like that. Or maybe safety guards, defensive for my Breloom, all this good stuff. Then Raikou, of course, like you already know, fast electric, always a difficult thing to deal with, especially if it's Calm Mind. It probably is Assault Dash or my Tornadus, but it could be Calm Mind easily and then potentially sweep my team, because Calm Mind Raikou is a huge threat to my team. Then he has Steelix, which I think is the one which will be not coming, and then at last the Hitmonlee, which could be Scarf, which could be Fake Out Unburden. I don't know yet. It has a lot of things he can do with Hitmonlee as well. But yeah, that's his team. Most worried I'm about the Mew, depending on which set it is, because Spadef, it's just Spadef Mew of Will-O-Wisp. Like, that's the standard Sword Breaker one. Is a huge pain to deal with my team. And the Mega B and the Mega Beedrill Raikou, these are the biggest threats. Mew, potentially. And then how I can break the core of Vaporeon and Tangrowth. Let's go over my team. First up, you see right here the Wardmill, Berry, Bull Seed, Macrush, Natural Gift, Sword Stance, Breloom with enough speed for Monswitch. Wonder, want to creep my Miltank. That's basically the speed I go for this whole tournament. I'm still adamant, trying to hit for a lot of that with the Mark Punch and Bull Seed. Wardmill, Berry, Natural Gift gives me a base 100 fire. Natural Gift versus the Tangrowth after +2 with Sword Stance, that does to a physical defensive Tangrowth, which I expect to be the check for my Breloom. That's around 80%, so I only need a little bit damage on him, so then I can sweep him with Sword Stance. I need basically damage on Mew and on the Tangrowth, or killing both of them, and then my Breloom can pull through. Yeah, that's basically it. Bull Seed, of course, does very good damage to his Vaporeon, and this is one of my means to break his defensive core and potentially a late game sweep with it. Next up, we got Cool Grill, the Frostless, once again Choice Scarf, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Destiny Bond, and Switcheroo. Enough speed to outspeed the Mega Beedrill, because I want to have something to guarantee outspeed the Mega Beedrill, because only checking defensively I don't feel confident about, because you can just U-turning around, wearing my check down, and then basically at some point sweep me. So I definitely need an offensive check to that as well. This is my Frostless, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam. Does a lot to this thing, even though Frost is not the strongest. Mega B is just very, very weak on the defensive side. Destiny won't forget that one guaranteed kill at some point versus the Mega Beedrill if needed, and Switcheroo, of course, to get rid of the Choice Scarf if I don't need it anymore. Modest Nature, I was first thinking about a Choice Scarf variant because Mew was such a problem, but Mew is so disgustingly bulky. A Spadef Mew does not even take half from a Stab, Choice Specs, Shadow Ball from Frostless. That's just how weak Frostless is or how strong Mew is, so it's disgusting. But yeah, that's the Frostless Choice Scarf, my offensive check to the Beedrill. I want to have something that guarantees outspeeded, and Frostless is that thing of the week. Next up, we got Berry, the Assault Dash Nidoqueen for minus speed nature, actually, because we are mixed attacking with Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Crunch, and Fire Blast. This is my main stop to the Raikou. First I had speed, like the same speed of I basically run every time on Nidoqueen, but this time I needed the bulk for the Raikou, because with Calm Mind, HPI is extra sensory, all this good stuff. With the Assault Dash, I want to be able to take the hits. Before that I was fully specially attacking, but then I changed my mind to Bigs, because I was thinking about Calm Mind, and Assault Dash Raikou, and Earthquake just straight outcoast that thing. Thunder Punch does way more to Vaporeon if he's Spadef, and Crunch, of course, to Spadef Mew as well. Then we have Fire Blast as well. One mixed attacking move, because the Fire Blast can hurt the Tangrowth massively, even if he's Assault Dash or if he's defensive, of course, even more. But yeah, this is my main wall breaker of the Vaporeon, and to break score of Vaporeon and Tangrowth, because Thunder Punch will do a lot to Vaporeon, Fire Blast will do a lot to the to the Tangrowth. Crunch will do a lot to the Mew. Of course, I will have to break the Mew, because if it comes in on me, I will probably switch out, because, I can take a Psyche because of my Assault Dash, but if he has Psyshock, that still will do a lot. And then Earthquake is my main stab, and hitting the Raikou for a lot of damage. Even with minus speed, I'm still faster than Tangrowth and Vaporeon, so I don't have to deal with speed creep months of those. I don't think it will run speed of that, because with my team structure, it basically has no use speed, giving Tangrowth or the Vaporeon speed. So yeah, that's my Nidoqueen. Next up, we got Dirtle. The set you basically see every time. Air speed, speed creep months for Miltank, max special attack modest, the rest in HP. This thing basically does the least of my team. He has a Vaporeon. Vaporeon, especially defensive, can deal with that very well. So that's why I have Toxic for that. Basically, what this thing's job is to spin and get a Toxic on Vaporeon. I don't expect much else out of Blastoise in this match, because the matchup for Mega Blastoise is not very good, but it's still better than for Bronzor, because Bronzor just gets too many monster free switch or setup opportunities. So yeah, that's the Blastoise right here. Toxic and Rapid Spin, then we have Dark Pulse and Scald, maybe get some burns, flinches, who knows, but yeah, I'm not expecting Blastoise to do that much, but getting Toxic off and spinning, that's his job. Sadly, we only 7 months, so if I had more months, I probably wouldn't bring it in this matchup, but yeah, it does more than Bronzor, so here we go, Mega Blastoise. Next up, we got Burp with the Life Up this time, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Raikou with Hurricane, Heat Wave, Knockoff, and U-Turn. Hurricane, of course, main stab, Heat Wave mainly there for the Steelix, then Knockoff to get rid of items, and U-Turn for momentum. With the Life Up, I can hit very hard. Basically, this thing is very strong versus team. I kind of expected to bring a Spit Def, Vaporeon, or Assault this Raikou to deal with that thing. Assault of Raikou, of course, is not as durable, doesn't have as long as longevity as a Vaporeon has, because of no reliable recovery. So Spit Def Vaporeon will be annoying, but I can U-Turn around that. And if you Spit Def, the Thunder Punch of Nidoqueen will do even more. So yeah, fast, makes attacker, all the coverage with Life Up. I can regenerate I can get the Life Up damage back, basically. And yeah, this is Tornadus for you. Tornadus on every team, always performing not as great. Like, I think the MVP so far is my Nidoqueen, but it's still a very good one. I like it a lot. Hurricane accuracy sucks, but so far I didn't have to rely on that to win any given game. Next up, we got Aokao, the Miltank, physical defensive with the Rocky Helmet and Sap Slipper. This is my man and my first switch into the Mega Beedrill, so I can get some damage on that with the Rocky Helmet. Stealth Rock, of course, to get Stealth Rocks up, Milk for recovery, and Body Slam to get some lucky paras. Then I decide for Toxic, because many things can just switch in on this thing, like the Tangrowth, like the Vaporeon, and I want to hurt these things with Toxic and wear them down. With the Sap Slipper, and of course, a free switch into any grass attack Tangrowth wants to throw at me, be it a Sleep Powder, be it a Leaf Seed, be it a Giga Drain, whatever. Miltank can tank that easily and get up rocks versus the thing. Or Toxic that potentially, because Tangrowth and Mew are the two big things I want to wear down for my Breloom. Mew, I take Toxic, I think, and getting Toxic on myself in the process, because then Breloom can potentially pull through. Of course, make a bigger crowd resist the Mark Punch, but make it really so frail. Even with that at +2, I do half to that thing. So 2 Rock Switch in, and it's in range for Mark Punch. Then maybe a Rocky Helmet, and it's not a roll anymore, depending on its HP investment. But yeah, that's the team with which we are going into the semifinals. Hopefully you can pull through, and you will see me on Showdown in a minute. See you there. Here we are on Showdown for the match versus Norwich Schady, or named Norwich Schady on Showdown, of course, but here in the World Cup. It is England, coached by TheDonphanatic, and like you can see, he brought the Mega Beedrill, the Vaporeon, the Tangrowth, the Raikou, the Mew, and the Hitmonlee. So basically what I expected, no Steelix, because that thing had like a pretty bad matchup versus my team. So yeah, like I said, the plan is still getting damage on the Mew and the Tangrowth. And after that, sweeping with my Breloom, hopefully, after I get some Rock Smash with Beedrill, of course. Like, I need to chip away on his team, but Breloom can then easily sweep his team. Identifying what Mew exactly is one of my main priorities as well. So, yeah, I expect him to lead with either his Beedrill, his Vaporeon, like basically with anything, barring the Mew. That's why I decide to lead with my Nidoqueen right here, because that thing beats everything 1v1, and if that is Spit Def Mew and I can get some crunch damage on that, I take that as well. He may just go for his rocks, because his only rock on the team is the Mew. Looking at this matchup, he could obviously have Toxic Spikes on the Beedrill, but he already brought that once in this tournament, so I wouldn't be surprised if he has that, but I have Nidoqueen, so I don't really see the need of Toxic Spikes. So yeah, I decided with my Nidoqueen because it beats 5 out of the 6 members on the team 1v1, so why not lead with it if you have such a good matchup? If he leads with Mew, of course we'll have a struggle switching out to something, because I will have to figure out what kind of Mew this is. But yeah, let's get this rolling. I just lead with my Nidoqueen, he leads with his Raikou, which is perfect. This is the thing to check it. I just go straight for the EQ, I can't get rocks. He goes for the extrasensory, overpredicting, thinking that I would go for rocks or something like that, but I can just go for Earthquake, and the Raikou goes down, and this is huge! We get rid of one of the 2 big threats of the opponent's team, turn 1, for only 36% on my Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen's job is basically, the main job is already done, now it's only about getting good damage on the Vaporeon and the Tangrowth. So yeah, now he goes into his Mew, and now it's getting scary. I don't know what to do. I just switch out right here into my Blastoise, checking what kind of Mew this is, what he does, because like I said, Blastoise is not the most important member of the team. Now I want to go for the Fire Blast, because not Fire Blast, Thunderbolt. Because from that damage versus the Blastoise, I found out this is the max special attack Mew, so not the Spadef variant, and I thank the heavens for that, because Spadef Mew would have been such a pain to deal with, but here's an offensive Mew, which is equally, it's still scary, but not as difficult to deal with. Now I want to scout for the Thunderbolt, because here, it would be a toss-up between Energy Ball and Thunderbolt, but looking at my team, Energy Ball doesn't make much sense. It only hits the Blastoise super effectively. With Thunderbolt, he hits the Tornadus as well. So I scout for that, going into my Nidoqueen, and now switch out into my Tornadus, because that thing can still take the Psychic. But like you can see, he even does over half to that, so I will have to U-turn out, getting some good damage on him. And I go switch out back into my Nidoqueen, hoping he would go for the Thunderbolt right here. But he does not, of course, because Psychic does over half to my Tornadus. I was trying to get a bit cheeky right here. Now I double out into my Frostis, because that thing can still take the Psychic. And he goes for Soft Belt. I can always scare this out with Shadow Ball because he is offensive. He's not taking that too well. He goes into his Vaporeon, and from this damage, he's indeed a max Spadef Vaporeon. I switch out into my Blastoise because I don't want anything on my team burned or getting scald damage. And I just want to Toxic on this thing. Like I said, Blastoise is the least valued member on the team. I just want to spin and Toxic. Seeing that this is an offensive Mew of Softball, I don't think he has Rock, so I probably won't need to spin anytime soon in this match. So my mission for Blastoise, get Toxic on this Vaporeon and wear it down. He keeps going for Scald, wanting to get a burn on me, and obviously he beats me 1v1 buying the Toxic. Now I just go for Dark Pulse, see if he has the Heal Bell, maybe get a lucky flinch, and yeah, he indeed has the Heal Bell, so that is annoying because that means Blastoise probably can't beat the 1v1 because I can only take 2 more Scalds. If he gets a burn, even less, so that's annoying. I just go for Toxic, he goes for the Wish. I go for the Dark Pulse right here, checking maybe he wants to switch out, getting the Wish into something, but nah, he just stays in, and I don't get the flinch. He gets back to full health, gets the Heal Bell off, and yeah, this is basically a losing battle for me with my Blastoise right here. I just go for the Toxic one more time because I want to get a free switch into my Breloom. I don't want to switch to my Breloom on a Scald and getting it burned, wasting my win condition. So yeah, he goes for Scald, still no burn. So yeah, I go for the Dark Pulse right here, predicting him to go for the Wish. Like you can see here, and now I think the same scenario will happen again. He will go for the Heal Bell. So I make the play right now, going into my Breloom, basically risking the Scald, but nope, not risking the Scald because he does go for the Heal Bell. And now I have a free Bullet Seed on his team, and I can check off. I don't want to predict right here because I don't want to get my thing burned, but he probably goes into Tangrowth. He does as well, and from that damage I can tell this is indeed a fully physically defensive Tangrowth. So basically what I predict is happening right here. That of course means that my preparation is right, but that means that he brought basically the best team he could have versus me. I switch out here into my Miltank, wanting to get up rocks. Like I said, I can take any hit from this thing. And of course I have Sap Sipper, so I'm not too worried about that. I can get up my rocks right here. He has probably no removal because the Mew is offensive, and he could have Rapid Spin on Hit Release to be fair, and he goes for the Focus Blast, and that does a lot of damage. Didn't expect the Focus Blast on that thing, but that of course does a lot. I switch out into my Tornadus, predicting another Focus Blast, but he just goes for the Sludge Bomb and gets a crit. Thankfully no poison, but this is still annoying because usually I would U-turn out right here, but if I U-turn out I will die to the Life Orb Recoil. So in that case, in that sense, the crit matter. Of course, it didn't kill and it did not got the poison. Thank God. If it would have gotten the poison, I would have been dead here. So yeah, some hacks in his favor, but yeah, I have to switch out right here because I don't want to like recoil. I want to have one more round of the generator. Usually I could just stay in or U-turn or something like that. I go back into my Breloom, predicting him to go into his Vaporeon because that's the def. Probably is checked through the Tornadus. That indeed works out, and now I can double out once again into my Tornadus, predicting the Tangrowth to come in. And we are back where we wanted to be without the crit, and I can fire off a Hurricane right now. And predicting, it's a 50-50 basically. Predicting if he would go into his Vaporeon, I U-turn out. Or if I Hurricane his ass, killing him because he's physically defensive. I decide right here to go for Hurricane because in the last match, we already battled Jack, and we know he has the ball. He has the balls. He's not playing around with threats in his face. He's staying in. So I just click the Hurricane button right here, but sadly I miss, and this would have been a dead Tangrowth. He thankfully just goes for the Leech Seed, so not going for anything that would kill me. And yeah, now I predict to switch out, seeing that I go for a Hurricane, I U-turn out right here. So far the RNG is in his favor. But yeah, like I said, I U-turn out right here because predicting to switch right there. He is into Vaporeon. I go into my Nidoqueen because I don't want to repeat the whole cycle with my Breloom. And I can scare this out with or hit him with a strong Thunder Punch, killing him from this range, but he does a smart thing, going for the Protect, scouting, for what I want to do, but yeah, I'm not playing around. I keep going for the Thunder Punch because we'll get decent damage on everything, and if he goes into Tangrowth, I have the Fire Blast for that. He decides to go into his Mew. I get decent damage on this, but of course I have to switch out right here. I once again switch out into my Frostless because that thing can still take one Psychic and scare him out with the Shadow Ball. Guess he uses the Death Drop. He would have 2-hit KO either way. I go for the Shadow Ball right here. He goes into his Vaporeon. And yeah, we got Vaporeon very weak. I predict him to go for the Wish right here, so I can go back into my Nidoqueen. Playing very risky right here, because if he goes for Scald, my Nidoqueen is going down. This is one of my main things, to get some good damage on the Tangrowth, which I need for my Breloom. He goes for the Wish, goes for the Protect, and I just go for the Crunch right here. Maybe thinking he would want to Wish Pass into his Mew, because that's got some good damage on him, and I need Mew at still low health. Go for Thunder Punch right here, seeing how much damage it does. It does 71%. That's, of course, not killing, that's all the damage I need. He goes for the Wish, probably going for the Protect. I just go for Thunder Punch once more. Oh, wait, I go for the Crunch right here, seeing if he wants to Wish Pass into the Mew once more. Never mind. I was actually smarter than I am right here. Not allowing the Mew to heal up. He goes into his Tangrowth on my next Thunder Punch. Good predicting that, but what he does not know, I'm not fully physical. I'm special as well, and I have the Fire Blast. And finally, I get the damage I want on the Tangrowth. This is 70% on the Tangrowth. Even with Generator, he needs 2 more switch-ins, but basically after Rocks, anything on my team kills it now. So yeah, I can go right into my Tornades right here and just go for the U-turn, basically killing this or getting momentum. And the Tangrowth is down. I used this crit right here, that did not matter. But the Tangrowth is down, and I can switch out back, I think, into my Frostless, because I don't want to allow the Mew to come in. Mew is the one thing I don't want to come in, because that thing can still, yeah, I can't allow Mew to heal up, basically, because I want to be able to kill it with +2 Mark Punch after Rocks. That's why I did go into Frostless right here, baiting out basically anything barring the Mew, or probably baiting out the Vaporeon, because Vaporeon is the least scary member on this team. I can just go into Blastoise. Still trying to get a Toxic on this, getting a free switch into my Breloom, and then going ham on his team because he does not have the Tangrowth anymore. But he does not go into Vaporeon, actually he goes into his Hitmonlee. And yeah, he has Second One, if he has Bullet Punch, he could be Scarfed with Knockoff, any like that. If he's Scarfed with Knockoff, I of course am fast and can get some good damage with Shadow Ball in it. If he is anything else, basically my Frostless dies right here, but I'm fine with that. Frost is not doing much in this matchup. I got the Rocks up, so with from Rocky Helm, with my Miltank, I'm still looking fine versus the Beedrill. So I just go for the Shadow Ball right here, getting some damage on this, basically taking my Frostless to the incoming hit. He didn't go for Sucker Punch or Bullet Punch, so I live, and he overpredicts harshly, going for the high jump kick right here, stacking his Hitmonlee. That overprediction was very huge. He goes into Speedrill, I just keep clicking Shadow Ball because I'm scarfed. I'm not caring for anything if what the Speedrill wants to do. A Shadow Ball will get a lot of damage on him and definitely bring him in range for the Mark Punch now. But I like that he did that, because now he got one more round of Rocks, and he's in range for +2 Mark Punch. I go for Shadow Ball, now he goes into this Vaporeon. And yeah, I think I switch right here into my Blastoise, because I still want to keep my Frostless. It's still useful right now, seeing that Hitmonlee is gone, and it can still still faster than the Beedrill. So he not only predicts it, but he goes into Smear. I just go straight for Dark Pulse. Like I said, I can't allow this thing to recover up, and this allows me to go into my Tornades right here. Knockoff would kill it from his range, but he did not show an item yet, and any move he goes for was not super effective yet. But oh wait, no, it was super effective on the Nidoqueen. I know he's not Expert Belt. He's not Expert Belt, he's a Mew. What item is it? He is Cold Berry, so I need damage on him with U-turn. I need to U-turn him. U-turn here right here, get good damage on him, go into something else, and then U-turn again. Otherwise, it's very difficult for this Mew. Hurricane has a chance to kill it as well, but I don't want to risk the miss. But to be honest, I did predict him to switch out right here, because Hurricane has a chance to kill him if I hit. I did predict the Vaporeon to come once again back in, so I do go for U-turn right here. But like you can see here, I get the crit, and that crit did indeed matter, so yeah, hacks on both sides happening now. The Mew goes down to this U-turn. That did matter, it wouldn't have killed him, that like 30-something% last time, but now I can just go to Breloom, baiting out the Mega Beedrill. I can go back into my, into my Cow, getting Rocky Helmet damage on him. And now, if he switches back on Rocks, he's even in range from, I don't even need to set up with my Breloom to clean up, basically. I can just go into my Frostless, going for a Shadow Ball. If he would have gone into Vaporeon, I would have just sacked the Frostless and then swapped with Breloom. But yeah, same thing still happening here. I just keep clicking Shadow Ball, stacking this thing basically. Even if the thing is full health, he's dying to a Bullet Seed. If I get 3 hits, if I get 2, it's not enough, but I still have Tornadoes in the bag. And that is the GG. And we are going to the finals, boys. Germany is in the finals, and we are either facing PaullyMac. Once again, the one team which managed to defeat us in the group stage. So either get revenge versus USA and PaullyMac, or we will face Schady and we'll have our German final of our dreams. Germany versus Germany, that sounds like a fun final. That was the hashtag I was spamming throughout the whole tournament in the chat. Hashtag German final, because that's what I want. But it could be still PaullyMac, and that would be still quite the comeback story. Getting wrecked in the first week and then fighting our way back to the finals just to win right there. That would have been a great story as well. So either way, who we will fight in the final, it will be a glorious match. But shout out to Jack, of course, his link will be in the description, like through all the other coaches, and of course RhyQuinn as the organizer of this fine tournament. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit me up on Twitter and Facebook. All the links are in the description. And I will see you for your final tomorrow. Be excited. Germany versus Germany or Germany versus USA. We will have a big match either way tomorrow. And yeah, be excited for that. I will see you there.